What's going on, party people? My name is Solomon. I am an artist, and thus I go by Solomon the Artiste. Thank you so much for visiting again. This is day 7 of my fast. I've made it to the 7th day mark, and it is the 8th day. The time right now is 10:21, and it is the 8th of January. First of all, I want to offer some apologies. One, I did not realize that day 5 did not upload, and so I've actually already updated with day 6. That actually went up late. That went up last night. You know, normally I film in the morning and I edit and upload immediately. But I just kind of got caught up in the day. Suddenly, some things started happening throughout the household, and you know, I had to do what I had to do. And so, yeah, that went up late. And in the midst of me putting that up, I got to realize that day 5 was not up. And I know why that is. I actually deleted it because it was something I needed to fix. And I guess I just simply forgot to upload it again afterwards. So I apologize for that, but that is uploading as we speak. Additionally, I haven't washed my face yet. I haven't showered yet, you know, so I haven't done my mustache yet. And that's because I'm pretty much getting out the bed and going straight into shooting. I got up later than I intended. I actually have to work one of my survival jobs today, and so what I wanted was to wake up earlier than I normally do naturally and just get myself together so that after I finish filming I can edit and then just be on my way. But a brother was tired. You know, I did do a lot more than I have been normally doing since I've started this fast, so forgive me. You know, I'm sorry the mustache is missing today, but it'll be back tomorrow, I promise. So with that said, I want to talk a little bit about yesterday. I want to try and keep this video as short as possible so that I can be on time for work and all that good stuff. So I am a little prepared today. I wrote a few things out. First of all, in the video yesterday, I mentioned how I was interested in speaking about something that happened, but I figured I would save it for today because technically it happened yesterday. If you've been keeping up with these daily videos, you understand what I mean by that sentence. So it is about poop. You know, yesterday in the morning, you know, getting ready to come shoot this video, you know, washing up and all that good stuff. Obviously, you know, you wake up, you use the toilet, and I pooped and so much stuff came out. And as usual, as it's been since I've started this fast, the poop was so dark, essentially black. But additionally, what I realized is that it was the hard stuff were, you know, had sunk into the bottom of the toilet. I know it's TMI, but it's a part of the journey, and I want other people to, you know what kind of things to expect. So yeah, that stuff had sunk into the bottom of the toilet, and then there afloat was a lot of dark, slimy liquid. And I was like concerned at first, and I realized, you know, I remembered a lot of the interviews that Dr. Sebi had given. He talked a lot about releasing mucus from the body, and I realized, oh, that's mucus, because it pretty much looked like mucus. It was just clear slime with, you know, poop particles basically, and it was a lot of it. Like, you know, and what happens is that I find that if I drink like a good half gallon of water all at once, it just kind of forces my stomach to just, you know, go into overdrive and just push a bunch of stuff out, and you feel it from like up here, you know, almost in the chest cavity essentially. So that happened, and it was a lot of mucus, like a lot, you know. And I know it sounds disgusting. It is disgusting, but it's a great thing to see, because you know your body is just expelling, you know, diseases and whatever disgusting stuff might be in your body, it's expelling, and that's a great thing to know and see. While I was speaking, there was a moment where I coughed and there was some mucus there, and I haven't had that throughout since I've started the fast, but I realized that happened the same day that I pushed out a bunch of mucus, and I figure that has to do again with the body just detoxing mucus. You know, I have been walking, you know, normally you walk out in the cold and you just immediately get the sniffles or whatever. That hasn't been happening to me. And then when it feels like that wants to happen, it's like not even enough where if I try to blow my nose, when I do try to blow my nose, that anything comes out. It's just, you know, not happening, you know. And so that means something, because I've heard many vegans say, particularly raw food vegans, say that, you know, they just don't get sick. So that was a great experience, and that just sort of solidified that idea. Yesterday, I decided to take a walk. I mentioned in yesterday's video a YouTuber named I Feel Truth. And in another one of his videos, he had talked about how he would often just lay down on the floor, on the hard floor, and just sort of meditate and just be quiet and just listen to his body, you know, basically allowing his body to just work, you know, to regenerate and fix stuff. And I really thought about that, and I've been doing that on my bed though, and it's a real thing. But then I started thinking, you know, in this, it just so happens that me being an actor and singer, you know, I work a lot of survival jobs. And so because we came out of the holiday, I haven't had many shifts to work. Ironically, today is the day that I have to work, so I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. I have a feeling it's not going to be as short as I want it to be. But I decided, let me go take a walk. You know, let me give my body a little bit of wear and tear. Let me help my body help me, essentially. And so I did that. I went for a walk. I think it was about a half-hour walk, and I opted to just really be in the moment of the walk. I didn't walk with headphones. I didn't listen to music. I didn't look at my phone. I just walked and just thought about stuff, about my fast, about my plans, about my monologue, you know, about just simple things to just woosah, essentially. And so I'm walking, and I started to feel little things, not necessarily pains, but like it's like I just sort of felt like, okay, that needs to be worked on, that needs to be, you know, fixed, that needs to be healed, you know, things that I wasn't feeling, I don't think, because I wasn't really being mobile. I was just essentially in the house, and whenever I did step out of the house, I pretty much jumped in a vehicle, and that's that. You know, I wasn't really using my body in the way that I normally do, walking and running and standing and doing all the stuff that I do in my, you know, odd jobs. So I walked, and I made sure to really walk, you know. If I had to, you know, extend my feet, because particularly my feet, I've spoken about my feet before, particularly my left foot, I began to walk, and I began to feel it start to, again, not necessarily hurt, but just sort of, just, you know, a sensation that, you know, like it's in use. So I do think that this is a good thing. This is me telling my body, you know, please work on this, work on that. And as I walked, I had moments where I was just sort of, you know, just stretching and just doing all sorts of things, and just, you know, allowing my body to move in every which way, shape, and form. I'm sure anybody who would have saw me walking, probably they did from their houses, they would have thought that I was some crazy man, you know, walking around with my mustache and my big super warm wool hat on and all that good stuff. And yeah, I did all that stretching, and the stretching felt good, but after the stretching I could just feel like, it could be mind over matter, but you just sort of feel as if, you know, something is just happening in your joints and in your, you know, your muscles and tendons and all that good stuff, you know. And so I'm going to do that a lot more often today. You know, I'm going to work, so I'm going to be walking, I'm going to be standing, and so I'm going to try to reserve my energy as much as I possibly can before I get to work. Because what I have noticed is that whilst I do feel incredibly energized and all that good stuff, once I do begin to do stuff that require, you know, maybe some lifting or, you know, fast movement or whatever, I can easily get winded. I do get winded very easily. That's not the norm for me. I'm usually fine. Even though I am a thicker dude, I'm not unhealthy as far as the doctors have always said. But I am finding that, you know, it's like I just go from super energized to I need to take a nap. And that actually has happened during this fast, where it's like I just fall extremely sleepy all of a sudden, and I might go take a quick 20-30 minute nap, and the sleep is so deep that I just wake up and it's like, oh, all right, cool, back to my day. You know, it's literally that sort of thing. while taking the walk, something I noticed that I thought was really interesting and a little weird. You know, I'm walking and I noticed my thighs weren't really touching, and that's not, I guess, I don't know, I guess technically our thighs shouldn't touch per se if we are our healthiest selves, but that's not something I'm used to, you know. And so I was just like, what is this? It was just kind of odd to walk and not, it was just weird to me, you know, but it was also exciting to me because it was telling me that, you know, I really am, you know, losing fat and losing weight and all that good stuff. And it just really excited me, you know. It's just, you know, because I can't weigh myself, because, you know, I told you guys the scale is just no good. I really have to rely on visual changes. And so, yeah. I noticed something, and I guess this has to do with the body, you know, repairing itself. Even my posture has changed tremendously. Like, it's almost like I want to, like, do my usual, you know, insecure hunch, but it's like I just feel this force to just put my shoulders back and stand up straight and everything. And it's great, you know, and it's like my body is forcing me to stand up properly, but when I actually do it, I just feel like a difference in my demeanor. Like, I don't feel insecure. I feel like this, you know, tall, strong, statuesque, you know, man, you know, and it's fantastic. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I want to mention in this particular video? I mean, I could mention this stuff. This has nothing to do particularly with, I'll save some other stuff for tomorrow, actually. Yeah, so this is gonna be it for today, because I do want to get ready for work and all that good stuff. But with that said, thank you so much for following, for keeping up. Please go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Any questions that you have, please go ahead, or any comments in general. If you have any info for me as I'm going on this journey, please offer it. I am down for the cause, you know. Hit the comment section. And I apologize again for the whole mix-up with the videos and the late videos and all that stuff. You know, I'll try my very best to not let that happen again. I hope that doesn't disrupt your, you know, your focus on the videos. Those of you who are watching, thank you so much again for watching. But yeah, with that being said, God bless, have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.